Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tina from Tina Stitching Babs and I'm here for another update. I know I'm late. I was supposed to be back the beginning of September, but now it's the 25th of September already. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me. I have a lot to show you today, but let's get first to the life update like I always do. Um, Summer was good. We here in Belgium, the kiddos have 2 months off. Thank you, neighbors, for slamming the door. That's hard. We went on a holiday for 2 weeks, or I went on a holiday for 2 weeks to the beach. The first week, the hubby and the little one was with me. Then the 16-year-old joined us on Friday. On Saturday, my hubby had to get back home because he had to work on Tuesday, I think, but he wanted to do some stuff for his mom and his brother. Then on Tuesday or Monday, one of those days, the 14-year-old joined us. So I spent the last week of the second week with all of my boys. We went to the beach. What else did we do? We stayed in the holiday park. It's like a domain with little houses you can rent. You have a little garden. It's beautiful. It's nice. We went to a bakery museum. I liked it a lot. The boys not so much. The first week I went to a huge aquarium, I think it's also called in English, where we saw a huge manta. I will put a picture so you can see which fish I mean. The little one was overjoyed. He liked it very much. We went ice cream eating. We went bike riding, or how you say it in English. We went riding our bikes a lot. So yeah, that was fun. Then when we got back home, what did we do then? We went to the playground a lot. I had my two kids from the family that I worked before with us for a day. Yeah, the little one went to a what's it called? We went to a place where they have like activities for little kids for 2 days a week. So mom had a little bit of quiet time when the bigger ones were occupying themselves. And then at the end of the week, the end of August, I was supposed to have a week off of kids before the school year started, but then the 16-year-olds went or came to us earlier than I was expecting, and then chaos happened. He didn't know what he wanted to do for school, so or which school or how you say it proper in English. He still had to pick what he wanted to do in school, so he also had to pick a school where he can do that stuff. Then so yeah, the last week of August, school starts 1st of September here in Belgium, so we had like a week to organize it all. Then at last we found a school but 2 days into the school year, or 3 days into the school year, we found out that he was doing a grown-up kind of school. So technically he wasn't registered for school. So yeah, then the whole searching thing started again, and finally we found something he wants to do, and the school that's nearby, both for me and my ex, so his dad's, because that's always something we have to keep in mind, that he either needs to get there from his dad's place or our place. This one is a little bit closer to his dad's place, but it's also doable with public transportation from our side. And now he has been with us since the beginning of September, so chaos all around. He also only needed to go to school in the afternoon, not in the morning, so I didn't have my me time, I couldn't do the stuff, so yeah, chaos. But like I said, he is registered for that school, and he's going for the foreseeable future is going to his dad's. The kind of school he picked is one where he has to go in school for 1 day and 4 days for at a job, at a workplace. So depending on where he finds a working place, the chance is that he still maybe is going to come back to us. So, but for now, I know he's leaving us on Saturday, and I love him to pieces, but yeah, he's draining. So yeah, I think that's all. The little one went to school the 1st of September. He really likes it. He has a really nice teacher. She's a little bit of the not crazy side, but she's playful. She has different kinds of talking to the kids, but a really nice one that I like. So yeah, he's really enjoying his school. There were days that he said, "No, mommy, I don't want to go," but that's probably because he was tired. But most of the day, it's like the little one runs off to the gate of the school, and mom is like, "Hey, mommy needs a kiss and a hug before you go in." So he comes back, he gives me a kiss, a hug, and then he goes off. So that's really nice. Instead of a crying kids having to peel off of you and dropping at the teachers that's standing by the gates, mine is just running into the school and says, "Bye, mom, see you in the afternoon." So yeah, that's really nice. Hubby is still enjoying his job. He most of the time he's driving the truck instead of loading. He's liking it, but he's also missing his steps and his movements and that kind of stuff. So he started fitnessing since this week. And yeah, me, I'm just doing the households. I'm still babysitting at night. I'm doing the parenting thing with the school stuff and all of this and all of that. But yeah, everything is okay here, and I'm almost 10 minutes in, so I think we can go to the stitching. No? Yeah, I think so. I have one finish to show you. I have a bunch of whips to show you. I have some haul, which isn't normal for me. So yeah, first I'm going to show you my finish. It's a little one. It's called Love Bug by Doreen Jones. It's one of her freebies. It's just a cute little one. This one is done on 14 counts, I think, 2/1. So yeah, just a small one. Not sure what I will do with it, but it's done. Then the next one is my one that I'm trying to finish as soon as possible. I was hoping to get it finished by February of next year, but I don't think it will happen because of the 2 weeks we went to the beach. I didn't take this one with me, so it didn't get as much attention as it needed to get it finished by February, but we will see. Someday next year it will definitely be done. And the one I'm talking about is Hang On by Kayomi Hawaii. It's an artsy and it's done, I think, on either 20 counts or 18 counts, 1/1 full cross, and the sparkles are really hard to see on camera, but this one is at 60% done, so I'm over halfway, and I already have 12 colors zeroed out. So yeah, it's a really cute one, and it's a nice one to work on. I really like this one. And then this one I worked on just after I filmed last at the end of June, yeah, but before our holiday. And that's Year of the Magical Dragon. It's an Anne Stokes one by Paint Free Crafts, but it's retired. And this is my progress. This one I'm doing the black first. So, and I have no idea where I worked on. This one is 25 counts, 1/1 full cross. Now that I remember to tell you. Yeah. The next one I also worked on before we went on a holiday. On our holiday, I think for 2, maybe 3 days, I don't know for sure if I already had my rotation in place where I did 3 days on a project that I spun, and then on my focus for the finish. But this one is Ornament Butterfly Portsmouth by Jenna Della Grottaglia, and it's by Heaven and Earth Design. And this is my progress. I'm doing the typewriter methods on most of my pieces, so I think I just picked a color in this column or here and then just worked it in. I really like this one with the colors. I'm not a pink person, but yeah, this one I really like. And then the next one was the one that I took with me on our holiday. So every time I got a chance to work on it, I did. But I remembered that July and August weren't the best stitching months because I either was too tired or didn't feel like stitching, so it didn't got a whole lot of progress, but it started. and it's a so it's a new start. And the one I'm talking about is B by Lorna Lane. It was my gecko whoosh kits that I got a couple of months ago, and this is my progress. I do like to work on it. I started in the flower because that was the I counted to the middle points and then counted, or I folded my fabric in half and then drew a line with my what's it called, my ruler. Yeah, that's the word I was searching for. So I drew a line with my ruler and then went all the way up to the top, and then no, I calculated how many by how wide and how high the project is. I calculated how big the piece would be in centimeters, so I knew how much border I had around and about, so I put a needle in the fabric at the top for the border, then I folded the fabric, and then I counted the stitches until this little flower. That's how I did it. It's been a long time, guys, and it's hard to explain some things in English when I don't know the correct words, but I did start with the flower, and then I did this, and I did count with one of the colors. As you can see, they are in here. I could jump to this flower or this petal of the flower, and then I started that one because I like to do from the top down. So yeah, I really like this one. That's why I bought it's from Gecko Whoosh, because they are the only one who has this this artwork, and I really liked it, and it was a bunch of money, but yeah, I would like to finish this one someday. I like to finish them all, but this is one that's on my not priority list, but it's one that's on the top of my list to finish someday. Okay, I'm really talky today. I'm sorry, guys. Next one is called Little Feet, or I call it Little Feet. I converted it myself with an app, which is no longer available in the Android store. So it's a picture of my little one's feet when he was a couple of months old. And this is it. I started with 10 by 10 blocks on the diagonal, but I didn't like it, so now I'm just doing the typewriter methods at the top, and I first stitched in all the hanging threads or the parked threads. There are still a couple, but yeah, I hope you can see it because the light is horrible today again. Welcome to Belgium. Oh, yeah, it's a tiny one, so it shouldn't take me that long to finish, but we will see. Again, one I would like to finish because it's going to be a birth announcement just for us, for me and my hubby, to put on the wall. So yeah. Next one that I spun. Yeah, because by then I had my my Tiny Decisions app filled with all of the ones that I hadn't touched this year, because I want to touch all of my projects within a year, or that's what I'm going to try at least. So yeah, this one got spun, and it's Story Keep King Cola Storyteller by Amy Stewart, and it's an Heaven and Earth design. And again, no idea where I wrote. I know I do the typewriter method like I said before, and yeah, I know I was working in his crown, that I know. Yeah. If I have before pictures, I will insert them, but because I haven't worked on them all year and I forgot to take pictures at the beginning of January after my whip parade, I don't think I have before pictures of any of these, except for my my kitten, my hang-on, because I work on it twice a week. Next one that got spun was Like a Daisy Card Shark by Tracy Butler, another Heaven and Earth design. And this is this one. I'm doing the black first again with this one. There's a whole bunch of blacks, so to get it out of the way, I'm just doing it 10 by 10 blocks in the diagonal. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the border first until the second corner, or I will switch between the upper border and the side border. I'm not sure. We will see. It's such a fun one. I really like this one. It's one of my older ones, so it should have a bit more progress, but it hasn't. Just started way too many other shiny things, so yeah. Next one is a more recent one. It's Acorn Daydreams by Melissa Dunn, another Heaven and Earth design. And that's this one. Again, typewriter method, so I guess I was working in this place. So lots of browns and some oranges. Next one is a cute one. I'm calling it Cats and Bones because it doesn't has a name. It's by Nusa Creation. I think she has her own website. If I can find it, I will put it in the description box. This is this one. This one is done on 28 counts, 2/1/4 cross. All of the other ones that I didn't say was 1/1/4 cross on 25 counts, but this is 28 counts. And excuse the crinkles, but my ribs get folded and put into a drawer, so that's why there are lines. I know I did the green fishbone. I started this one, but I'm not entirely sure if I had this one already, because this one went very quickly. I remember, or at least vaguely. So yeah, not sure what the color is of this fabric or the name of this fabric. I know it's a piece of one of my Celtic ladies that I cut off that I didn't have to use, so I started that one on it. Next one is Autumn Prince by Kayomi Hawaii. This time it's a Heaven and Earth design, and yeah, I touched the second corner. It's hard to see, but I put in some whites and some really pale purple, but yeah, I so like this one. The colors, the fox, and it's a totally different artwork by Kayomi Hawaii, because she mostly has like that little kitten, so more childish pieces, but this one is different, but I really like it. Next one that I worked on was QS Ye Old's Kitchen Kitty Kitten, Ye Old Kitten Max Color, because the one that gave this one to me couldn't believe that I didn't had a Max Color by Heaven and Earth. So it's an Heaven and Earth, and the artwork is by Ciro Marchetti. So yeah, she gave me this one. Oh. And I also reached the second corner. Did I do all of the? Yeah. This one is confetti, but I don't mind, but I reached the second corner, so now I'm in the black and the really dark browns, really dark grays. But yeah, it's an older one and it's not a big one, but yeah, I got a whole bunch of other whips that need my attention as well, and this one got put by the sides, not completely, but I just don't have the time to work on all of them for a long period of time if I want to touch them all in a year. So I'm glad with all the progress that I'm making at the moment. Next one is a lavender and lace. It's Celtic Summer. This one is also done on a 28 count 2/1 full cross. I worked in here. I finished her skin, and then I started on her sleeve. I have been in love with the Celtic ladies for a long time, but I was always scared to do 28 counts 2/1, and now I'm still scared of the beads that I have to do or put in them, but first I need to finish the ladies before I can go put the beads in. So I still have quite some time before I have to face that fear. And then next one, and I have the cover picture here. It's this one. It's called Fish City by Stony Creek. It's a leaflet or a booklet that I bought in my LNS before it's closed its doors. This one is 18 count 2/1. And this one is a bit different, because you can see the lines of the 5x5 squares. So I started to do it in the 5x5 squares on the diagonal. That didn't work. Then I started to do the typewriter methods and with barking, but that didn't work either. So now this time I stitched in the bark threads, and now I need to pause because my tablet is almost full. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry guys, I was running out of storage on my tablet, and I didn't want to get cut off in the middle of a sentence. Man, words. So yeah, this is the last one, or this is the one that I was talking about, Fish City by Stony Creek. I worked in my parked threads, and whenever I didn't hit the 10 by 10 square, or when the 10 by 10 square wasn't filled in completely, I picked a symbol and stitched in that color. So yeah, it's a really fun one. Did I say it's on 18 count 2/1? The reason is because it has 1 or 2 blends, I think, in it, so the easiest way is to do it on 18 counts, or at least for me, that's the easiest way. And this one is so colorful. The funny fish, I love that one. Then the last one that I worked on, or it's still, I'm still working this rotation, or how you say it, so it still needs 1 day, so I'm either going to work on it tonight, which I don't think it will happen, or it won't get much stitches because I need to work tonight, or I need to babysit tonight, so probably tomorrow I'm going to work on it. But this one is Kingdom of Books. No idea who the artwork is from. I bought it at an Etsy shop, but I do know now that it's only available as a kit, so I think mine isn't completely legal, but I still love it and I still want to stitch it, even though it's not correct what the owner of the Etsy shop did, but that's this one. I already completed the first book. This one I'm doing 1 thread of background and then 1 thread of color in the book that I'm working on, because it's a long piece and it doesn't has or have all that much background compared to some of my other ones, but I didn't want to be in the background like forever, so I do it like this. So 1 color in the background, 1 color in the book, and I'm working on my second book. So yeah, this one I'm still working on. I'm still in the middle of my rotation with it. And then I want to show you my temperature pieces. I know I quit doing that because not having enough time to do it, but over the last couple of weeks I've been noticing some I really like my rotation now of getting to spend 3 days or 3 evenings, depending on which day it is, on one piece, not having to get my hoop of a piece, putting it on another one. But on the other hand, I do miss it. Have to only work on a piece for 100, 200 stitches and then putting it away, and then having to being able to work on more pieces a day, but also getting to touch a lot more of my pieces. So after some thinking, I combined two ways of doing it. I combined the way that Darren is doing it with the way Stitching Mommy is doing it at times. So Darren from Dizzy Stitcher does it for the whole week. So I think he checks the temperatures for the following week on Saturday or Sunday, depending on when he's filming, and then he does the stitching or that stitching whenever he has time. And Sarah from Stitching Mommy, at times when she doesn't have a lot of time to do it or want to spend more time on a specific project, she only picks 5. So that's what I did now. Before I had my 10 pieces, just checked the temperature of that day and did the stitching for that day. Now I'm only picked 5 pieces, and the plan is to do all of those stitches on a Sunday. I know I work on Sunday, I want to say a lot, but it depends. Some months I have to work a lot during the weekends, other months I don't. I only work at night, so it will depend. If I have time, I will do it on Sunday. If not, I will do it on other days. But enough talking. My temperature stitching from last week. So I did, I checked the temperatures on Sunday for the whole week, and I only had like 3 pieces that I needed to work on. Only one time, the second one 2 times, and the third one 4 times. So because I only have like 5 pieces, the digits, let me 0 and 1 has a piece, 2 and 3 has a piece, 4 and 5 has a piece, and so on. So I'm first going to show you. Okay, I put them in the order of what I put them in the digits, and I'm hoping I'm still making sense. If not, let me know and I will try to explain it next time, or better next time. The one that I chose for 0 and 1 is a family portrait of my 3 oldest boys. And I converted myself with the eCanvas for cross stitch app, and this will be my starting point, and I hope you can see it because I have a lot of glare in my tablets, but yeah, this one I'm doing one color at a time. I'm working on the 934, a darker green. We call it in Dutch military green because it has like a mud greenish. So yeah, this will be my starting point, because last Sunday I didn't work on it. Oh, and I picked the ones that I picked for my temperature stitching are the ones that I'm doing for my family members. So this one I'm doing for my 14-year-old. The next one I'm doing for my husband. If you have been on my channel before or in the past, because I haven't been working on this one a whole lot, this was supposed to be a birthday present, but and this one I also did with that app that isn't no longer available. This is a picture of his daughter from his previous relationship, and I'm doing this one color by color, just picking a color at the top at the moment, and then just doing the color anywhere I can touch it. So if I don't have to count a whole lot, I will jump around, but otherwise I will pick the next color. And at the moment I'm still working in the 929, really dark blue, and I'm still working in her hair, which I have to fill all of this in before I can move on to the next one or the next color. And this is the whole piece. And that was also one of the reasons why I started the temperature stitching again. I was also missing my regular working on my family pieces. So this is what I came up with to work on them a little bit more regularly. I hate some words in English, can you tell? No, this is not the right one. The one that I chose for the numbers 4 and 5 is Eagle. Another one that I converted myself with that app. It's just a picture that my oldest son found on the internet, asked me if I could stitch it, and of course mom said yes. And this is it. Did I work on it? Yeah, this one I worked twice on Sunday, so I'm just doing one thread. If that thread is less than 50 stitches, I will take another one, because I want to do at least 50 stitches. And this one I'm doing the same way as I'm doing my Kingdom of Books, so one thread in the background and then one thread in the lightning. And eventually, if the lightning goes into the eagle, I will be working in the eagle. But yeah. Then the one that I worked on for over 400 stitches is Hazel's Point of View by Dakota Detweiler. It was an Heaven and Earth design. This one is an Heaven and Earth design, but she isn't no longer with them. She's now with Charting Creations. Yeah, I think Charting Creations. I will put it in the description box. And so yeah, this one got over 400 stitches because the numbers 4, 6 and 7 were called or were there 4 times in the temperature. This is the whole width of the piece. I worked on both sides, so I filled in some purple on this side, and then I started to work again on the 3 sides, so browns and grays. And this is the whole thing, and it's blowing out like hell. I hope you can see the butterfly. Yeah, that's better. When I started this one a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, 5 years ago, I only had like a couple of colors. 37.99 was one of them, and that's the silhouette of the tree and the butterfly that you see. So, but since then I've completed my whole set of DMC, so now I have all the colors whenever I need them. So yeah. And then the last one for my temperature stitching that I worked on, and that I picked for numbers 8 and 9, is T-Rex Attack by David Penfound, another Heaven and Earth design. And can I get it in the frame? Yeah. This is the whole width of the piece. And let me see if I can fold it so I can show you where I worked. I've just been filling in the blue for the sky. So the most boring stuff at the moment to do, but it has to be done to get the sky filled in. So yeah. So this 5 will be worked on for my temperature stitching, and I'm hoping to get a bit of a nice progress on them, doing it that way instead of having them put in a drawer and only working on them once a year. So yeah. And the last one that I have been working on has a story to tell. Let's just say it like that. My best friend and my she's also the godmother of the little one. She and her mom lost a good friend of them halfway through August. I did know her. I saw her a couple of times in my best friend's work. She has a bar with her family. So that lady, she was sick, that I know, but in the end it went really fast. And as my bestie is, she and her mom as well, they took on the whole how to say it, the whole funeral thing and all that kind of stuff. Also all of her possessions, they went through it. They picked the things also before they talked with a lady of what they could give away, what they wanted to sell, what needed to be done. So yeah, that was a whole process in a whole. But what I didn't know was that she stitched as well. So my bestie, on one of the days that I visited her, she dropped me a bag, and this was in it. Yeah, it's not my kind of aesthetic. It's not something that I'm drawn to or that I would stitch, but because my bestie and her mom has done a whole lot of things for us in the 6 or 7 years that I know them now, I just wanted to finish that piece for them. So, excuse the crinkles. That's what I started to do. Like I said, the lady that I got it from was sick. She had tremors in her hand. She shaked a lot at times. So picking that one was a whole adventure for people who, or stitchers that don't have those problems. So, but she did a whole lot. So this is the one that I got from her, and I started to complete it. But as I was going through it, I was seeing a whole lot of mistakes, counting mistakes, and at first I tried to fudge them, but there were too many. So what I did on this one, I filled in the metallic golds. I mostly worked on this side, so a couple of reds got filled in, a couple of browns. Whenever the thread wasn't done, or I had a little bit of threads left over, I filled in at this side. But yeah, in the end, I had to make the decision to stop with this one, and I asked my bestie if she wanted me to fog it all out, which is a whole job, especially when the stitches aren't yours, so you don't know how the other one made the stitches. He also misplaced, or one cross was like this, the other one was like that, or so yeah. I didn't mind, but it was a whole thing of his own to get it corrected. So I asked my bestie if I could, or if she was okay if I fudged it, or if I fogged it and start over. But she was like, yeah, no, I know you have a lot of other whips you work on. I think it's going to take a whole lot of time, and you have your kids and your family and all that kind of stuff. So no, you don't have to. But like I said, my bestie and her mom has done some incredible things for us the last since we've met them. So I wanted to do something for them. So I bought a new one. It's called Nefertiti. I didn't say that before, but it's called Nefertiti. It's by Lanarta. I bought it on the second hand market, so it was a little bit cheaper than the original one, or if you would buy it in the store. And it's it's with all of the threads. So, and this is the gold that I was talking about. It's not the most fun to work with, but yeah. And this is my new start. So I started in the middle with her lip. The plan was, or the plan still is, to work on it in the morning before the little one gets up. So if I'm able to get up around 6, I have about an hour and a half that I could work on it. So it won't be much progress, but it would be progress. So yeah, I'm hoping to get that done in a timely manner, but that's something that I would like to do for them. And then all I have is whole, and I'm hoping to get it done in the 5 minutes that I still have on my tablet. Otherwise I will have to pause again and do all the stuff to get space on my tablet. I could also delete some games, but nah, that's not something we can do. So that was one thing of all. Then the next thing that I got from my father-in-law are these magnets cable things. I got a whole bunch of them. The little one already got his hands on them, so some of them are hanging on the refrigerator. These were the one that I had, but the plastic between it wasn't long enough, so I needed bigger ones, and then my brother-in-law bought me this one. I also had my birthday in the beginning of the month, and one of the things that my hubby bought me is a stand for my tablet, my other tablet, my pattern keeper tablet, and it's just a thing to hold it, and then this you can put on your table. I have it on my my cabinet where I have all of my stuff and more on it, in it, and you can fold it like this, or you can put it like this, and this rotates a bit. So yeah, really happy with that. And then for a couple of things more. This one I found on the Facebook marketplace. It's a Stony Creek one. It's called Woodland Babies. It has all of these patterns in it, so you can put it in a quilt if you want to, or you can stitch it in a quilt if you want to, but you also have like this tree. And my plan is to just stitch a couple of them. I really like the fox, the what's it called? Yeah, well, you know what that's called. The frog, the squirtle, the bear. So the plan is to just stitch them in a on a bigger count, and then have them put on the wall, or give them for a bird thing. And then 3 more things that I have to put on the screen that I bought. I bought a golden kite. It's called Big Blue Eyes. It's a really cute little kitten with big blue eyes, a lot of colors, a lot of flowers, and I bought the blended version, so version. not virgin. My head is spinning and having problems with saying the word right. Vir. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm tired, guys. I'm sorry. And then because Sarah, the stitching mommy, said that Janet Stever was retired from Pain Free Crafts, and I already owned the fall montage. I bought summer, spring, and winter, and I will put them on the screen. And I have like 1 minute left, so I'm going to head off, guys. I'm hoping to get back next week, and it won't be a long one like this one because it will only have like a week of progress and projects to show. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Happy stitching, and I will see you next week. Bye.